Kanye West and Dave Blunt's relationship just got real nasty. What up, words? Your boy Charles Brown back again talking facts. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Keep sending those Cashaps to CLBMG. Join the membership gang. Listen, I was wondering when this hookup from hell would turn to hell, and apparently it has happened. Dave Blunt is now upset with Kanye West, and he's saying some very, very heinous things about Kanye West. It's almost to the point you could almost kind of have a little sympathy for Kanye West, but not really. Just hold up before you do that, because we all know how I feel about Kanye West around here, and Kanye West deserves every single thing he gets. I'm just going to be honest. But Dave Blunt to come in and give it to him as if he's on the level of this guy, to be able to disrespect him, it kind of makes you shake your head like, what is happening? I think Dave Blunt's maybe not even a full year in the public spotlight. I know he's been rapping for maybe 2 years, I guess. But for us to know who he is, it's only been about since last, like, I don't know, at best last summer, I'm talking. Not even barely 11, 12 months, I don't know. But somehow, some way, Dave Blunt has burst or bounced onto the scene and is now able to throw shots at 50 Cent. He's throwing shots at Kanye West. He's throwing shots at pretty much anybody and everybody that will receive the shots or take the shots at him and engage with him. And now he's finally turned on his master, right? This is what happens in I don't know if you guys are in the Star Wars, but they have the Sith. It's called a Sith Lord, right? And it is the rule of two, and you can only have two Sith Lords. So like Darth Vader and Palpatine are Sith Lords. One is the master, one is the apprentice. And the apprentice eventually will kill the master. It is part of their ways. This is how they do business. And this is how they keep their ranks in order, right? So right now you are watching Dave Blunt's, who is apparently a Sith Lord apprentice, try to kill his master, who is an evil, wicked emperor in Kanye West. Now I say all that to say this. This guy, Dave Blunt, literally shocked me. I'm hard to shock, gang. Like, it's hard to like say stuff that makes me go, yo, like, wow, like this stuff that he said on this so-called diss record, this got real disrespectful, gang. This is how they say back in the day with Lil Finesse, you nasty, baby. Like, this guy nasty. He disrespectful. He does not care what he says out his mouth. I guess this is the age of youth we're in. And I know we had some wild shit. I know Patra used to say some wild shit, and what's your girl, my neck, my back. I know we had some wild records, but listen, the stuff that this guy says to this, you wouldn't say this about your worst enemy, but he says it about Kanye. He flipped on him. He claims Kanye gave him millions and then turned his back on him. We all know Kanye is kind of like off his rocker a little bit, so he's going to do things where one day is yellow and the next day is pink, is whatever. Kanye is going to flip like the script, and if you're not one of these yes men in his circle who are used to that, you know how Kanye looks off his meds, then you're going to take offense to it. And I guess Dave Blunt was in his circle long enough to understand what he could and could not deal with. But I guess the turning his back or kind of like, I guess he may have put him out the inner circle some kind of way. He probably stopped really taking his calls or something. I don't know. But it seems like Dave Blunt got a final call when it came to Kanye West, and he's lashing out. And it's like two really awful people. Let's just be honest. I'm not seeing any redeeming qualities in either one of these guys. I'm just gonna be honest. So it seems like they're at a crossroads. And now Dave Blunts wants to, I guess, apologize or repent for the things he's done. Like literally, I've spoken on this, that he wrote Kanye West all the Nazi stuff and the Cousins record and all this stuff. He happily wrote that shit. He claimed he didn't want money. I want to read this article, but he happily wrote these gross ass, disgusting ass records. He wrote this stuff about Jewish people. And now he wants to, I guess, repent for that and everything else. I don't know, but I'm going to read this article and see where we get with this. If you're a Kanye West fan, somehow I'm sure you're up in arms about this Dave Blunts thing. And if you're like me to give two shits about Kanye West or what he got going on, this is just another day in the park, but it's just another news story that's kind of, it's interesting, right? Kills the time, but I feel like this is a part of hip hop. Again, Kanye West is still, regrettably, a part of this hip hop culture. For better or worse, we still gotta, I mean, I guess we gotta claim him low key. Everything before what point? Like, when do we stop claiming Kanye West? Like, I don't know, man. I stopped quite a while ago. I think after Life of Pablo and everything that came after that, I think that's when I kind of, shook my head and kind of washed my hands of Ye. But we still, when we make a final hip hop poster or an encyclopedia, we still got to put this fool in there. So let me read this conversation. Let me read this article. We can have a conversation. All right. Dave Blunts accuses Kanye West of grooming him into becoming a Nazi and a graphic in this new graphic diss track. Dave Blunts previously defended Kanye West. See, this is my problem with it. These guys flip on you, gang. They flip-flop. They got no loyalty. Y'all talking about snitching, this, that, and the third. Man, they ain't got no loyalty in no aspects of this hip-hop shit. There is nothing that make these people, they will turn on you, gang. It's one for himself, every man for himself with this new breed of rapper and some of you old heads. Let's just be honest. But he flipped on Kanye within a matter of months. He was just on there talking about how dope the record was going to be. He was doing the record called Cuck. And then it was World War III and all this goofy shit. He was writing on Bully. So he's been Kanye's writer for a while. But I think Kanye is not loyal to anybody, and Kanye started using that AI shit. So he probably don't need him no more. He don't need to pay AI. He got to pay this guy. But let me continue. Dave Blunts previously defended Kanye West. Now he's officially cutting ties with Ye with this wild diss track. The issue between Dave Blunts and Kanye West were apparently more serious than we thought. The now former songwriter for the controversial Chicago rapper has just released a very detailed and explicit diss track aimed at him. There's a lot of attention-grabbing bars throughout it, but the most eye-raising bars have to do with Dave Blunts accusing Ye of grooming him. Now, he's very vague with how he's grooming him. Like, when you hear grooming, you think sexually, this, that, and the third. And that's probably what he means. Let's just be honest. But at the same time, he could be talking about grooming him to be a Nazi, grooming him to be a anti-Semitic. So he could be talking about grooming him in a lot of ways. But the first thought that comes to mind is that he's grooming him sexually. He goes on to accuse Ye of some really, really far out things. And I'm going to talk about that. So let me continue. Particularly into becoming a Nazi and supporting his anti-Semitic beliefs. Quote, Kanye West, he made me diss the Jews. Blunts begins. Bitch, I'm speaking out. This is my truth. I'm so sick and tired of being groomed. He claims that Kanye gave him a healthy sum of money, even though he didn't want the handout to begin with. Yes and no. I mean, like they say, Robert De Niro in what movie was that? He said, never turn down money, right? You're not going to say you didn't want the money, but he probably would have been happy working for Ye for free. A lot of these guys are fanboys, they groupies, and they would have wrote every track on there for free just to say he did it. A lot of producers didn't get paid by a lot of these rappers, and they're happy that they got their credits on there. So bro might have been happy with the credits, but he said that Ye gave him a big bag of money, which right there, first of all, that's enough. Like, I don't know what else you need from the guy. But let me continue. Later, the Iowa native claims, yes, there are black people in the Iowa gang. I was just as surprised as you. The Iowa native claims that the Bully MC switched up on him at some point and then launches into a shocking Cousins track. If you remember, Kanye West claimed that he was sexually involved with the relative, giving him fellatio, which was wild as hell. I have to say that the cousin, who is in jail right now, denied it. He said that never happened, that Kanye was not telling a true story. But what is he supposed to say, gang? He's in jail for a very long time. He doesn't want that out in jail talking about his cousin used to do this, that, and the third to him. So he's definitely gonna say that's cap. But I gotta add that in here, that the cousin that he claims he used to give fellatio to denies the whole account. So let me continue. Blunt turns that admission against his now enemy, saying, quote, "I'm not your cousin. You can't top me," which is wild, right? This is wild to say this. First of all, Ye had to get this guy the information for the guy to write it. Ye told him everything he wanted him to talk about and write about. And the guy wrote these rhymes. First of all, you just sit down and write these rhymes. I said in my last video, you willingly wrote these raps for this guy about him giving head and this and that to his cousin. You wrote all this shit. You wrote it all. Hitler, all this shit. And now you're coming back saying that's not me. But let me continue. First of all, something's weird with you to sit there, and you listen to everything he tells you to write about. You make notes in your head, and then you write these raps in form. You write this stuff for him. Something off with you to sit there and write, say, instead of being like, bro, I'm gonna go ahead and head out, because yeah, this ain't really what I'm trying to be doing in my life. Writing about you and your cousin in the closet till you're 15, doing this, that, and the third. I'm gonna go ahead and dip. But yeah, dog, I mean, you ain't gotta pay me, just keep your money, I'm out. But you wrote it. You didn't dip. You didn't say keep your money. Let me continue. I'm putting this shit to rest. Hell no, I don't support incest. Two cousins should not have sex. Two cousins should not 69. Now, you wasn't saying that shit when you was cool with him, right? You wasn't saying, yo, this is foul, da da da. You wrote the raps. You happily went online. You told everybody on Twitter that you were Kanye's. You was like, Kanye's making classics right now. Like you were vibing to the music and everything. So now all of a sudden, he hurt your little feelings, and now you're on here telling all his business and turning them into some type of sex fiend or something, right? Let me keep it pushing, because this is what they do. He's destroying his master right now. This is a Sith Lord apprentice destroying his master. Let me continue. Which ain't gonna do nothing to Kanye West. His loyal fans not gonna go anywhere. But let me continue. The lyrics get even more graphic from there. So if you want to hear them, check out YEUNRLSDS post on X. I'm not even gonna try to read what that name even means. He got a post on Twitter. All you gotta do is type it in. You'll find that if you want to hear the song is Wild Gang. I don't know if this guy even cares about his career or anything else, because the shit he writes on this song, I don't know, the young kids gonna love it, but I don't know who's gonna work with this guy in the future, because they're like, bro, he'll turn on you. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's weird for this guy to come out this crazy about Kanye West, knowing how powerful this guy's name is in this game. So let me continue. But while this is an explosive diss for Ye, Dave also uses this song to apologize for his contributions to spreading Jewish hate. On the chorus, he repeatedly says, quote, "Never meant to be that type of dude." I guess that's an apology of sorts, right? This arrives after Blunt's revealed to his fans that he was no longer working with Ye last week. On an Instagram story, he said, "Stop asking me about Ye music. I don't work with dude anymore. I'm on my own path." So that's the thing. People won't tell you what's going on. They'll just lash out one day. Stop asking me. That on some Dame Dasher. Stop asking me. Knowing that that's the only reason half these people even want to deal with you, because they think you're working with Kanye West. Let's just be honest. Let me continue. More context was leaked in the form of a text chain between the collaborators. Quote, "Ye and I myself can no longer continue to work on this album. I'm going on my own journey, and if it does not align with what you want me to do, I appreciate the opportunity, but respectfully, I'm out," he said regarding In a Perfect World, one of Ye's rumored albums. So that Cuck album is now allegedly changed to In a Perfect World. What we just read was a text that he allegedly sent to Kanye West in regards to working with him. He's saying he broke it off with Kanye West because of all the antics and things that's going on. Kanye West texts back, "Okay, thank you. What are the parts you didn't align with?" Which is perfectly normal. If I'm feeling blindsided, if I'm Kanye West and the motherfucker just text me one day, "Yo, I'm going on my own journey. I don't align with what you got going on." And he's like, "Motherfucker, you've been working with me for months. How you don't align out of nowhere? You hit me out of nowhere." So Kanye West, rightfully so, was like, "What are the parts you didn't align with?" I would want to know too, like, "Damn, bro, what's going on? Why you quitting?" So he goes, quote, "You are very lost. Please find God." And that's all he says. Like, you just figuring out now that he lost? You just figuring out last week that Kanye West is lost? Well, I could have told you that 2 years ago. All of a sudden now he lost for whatever reason. See, what happened is something went down where Kanye stopped taking his messages, or he started shutting them out, or Kanye pure Kanye fashion, he just moves on. He gets bored with people. He gets tired of people. And he probably was like, okay, I'm all set with this guy. He probably looked at him and, you know, Kanye, let's just be honest. He got an issue with fat people. I'm just going to be honest. He said when he did the video for Hail Hitler, guess what he said? No fat people, right? So Kanye might have looked at him one day like, I'm all set with bro. I'm just going to be honest. I'm just telling you, Kanye is off his rocket gang. So it could have been anything. And bro just got caught in the crossfire of a man who's eventually gonna move on, because that's what these Sith Lords do. They get tired of people and they move on. The thing, like, some fun facts, right? If you a Star Wars head, you know that Palpatine got tired of Darth Vader and he really wanted to get Darth Vader's son and kill Darth Vader, in case you didn't know that. So Kanye West probably found another protege that he was going to move on without Dave Blunts, all right? And that's it, man. Ain't really too much going on. Just the diss record is very nasty, right? It's gross. It's mouth dropping, and this is where we are in hip hop, where people that just got in the game can make a name off attacking legends. Like I said, he's going at 50 Cent and other people. It's like he's very disrespectful. He has no respect for nobody. And this is where he's going to be. I see that until the game spits him out. And no, he's not going to go down in history as in part of hip hop. There will be no ceremony. You would not be awarded any brownie points for this culture. I'm just going to be honest. You would be a footnote somewhere in the bottom of some type of random ass, I don't know, paragraph in the basement of hip hop somewhere. Oh yeah, there was a guy named Dave Blunts in 2025 who did some wild nasty shit, and that was it. The end. That's about it. I don't see this guy being. I don't see no Grammys. I don't see no Oscars. I don't see a whole lot of shit in this guy's future. I'm just gonna be honest. Maybe he turns his life around and gets God in his life or whatever, but I don't see much out for Dave Blunts after this. I don't know who else going to diss him. He going to be able to beef with. And these kids, they like anything. So he might be around another 2 years making these sing-songy tracks he's making in this Purple Cup shit that he's doing. But I don't see it going much further. And maybe, hey, you use this for a soundbite. When you're still popping in 10 years, use this soundbite. Roast my ass. Other than that, I'm out of here, man. CLBMG. Head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. Also, every Wednesday night, we go live on the What Show. Me, TJ, and Fliz. Tap in. All right, get in the comments. Let us know that you're in the building. I'm going to catch y'all on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard and put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within. With the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin. With the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end, and then secured a spot with some goons and some kin. And then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh yeah, he the one that moved the hustle to the burbs. And yeah, he the one that knocked the hustlers off the curb. And yeah, he the one that set up shop without a word. And he the one that got it cracking. And all he did was rapping by the Hooters. I kept killers from being shooters. Put a mic in a thug's hand, now he loyal like past fans. Take a man off the streets past the needles and crack cans. Promise mama to keep him safe, then put some food in his face and he'll kill for you. But I don't need him for that. Click like, click share, tell them bitches we back. Share the whole location, tell them niggas where we at. Cause we out here and we ain't the cheese, we the trap.